This is the Northwest Interagency Coordination Center Predictive Services Climate and Significant Fire Potential Outlook, recorded Monday, July 2nd, 2018. When we look back at the Climate Prediction Center's outlook for June that was issued in May, they were calling for above average temperatures across our region. The actual observed values, however, bore out a pretty normal looking June. On the precipitation side, CPC was looking for below normal precipitation, and the observations bore that out for the most part. With the exception of parts of eastern Oregon, the area was drier than typical. We expand the time window back to the start of the water year, the 1st of October. Things look a little closer to normal. Oregon and Washington were warmer than normal, but not hugely out of seasonal norms. And likewise, Washington was a bit wetter than normal. Oregon was a bit drier than normal. Again, all in all, for the water year, things look relatively normal. There's not much snow left in the area. Most of the basins are no longer reporting as the snow has melted away. And a little bit still up along the Canadian border, but not much to speak of. The U.S. Drought Monitor is still carrying drought conditions across most of Oregon, and that drought area has now extended into the Cascades and up into Washington. Most of the region is in at least abnormally dry conditions, and the forecast keeps that drought condition in Oregon and Washington and even expands it a little bit. When we look at the seasonal outlook, the drought is expected to persist in eastern Oregon, but the rest of the region is not expected to persist through September timeframe. I'm pulling up several of the Climate Prediction Center outlooks, as there's a little bit of an ambiguous story here. When we look at the 6 to 10 day and 8 to 14 day outlooks, we're seeing potential for above average temperatures, below average precipitation in Washington, and normal to below average precipitation in Oregon. However, at the monthly outlook for July, we're really seeing no signals for anything out of the normal. We've got equal chances for above, below, or normal, both on temperature and precip. But then looking at the seasonal outlook, August through October, again we're seeing high confidence for above average temperatures, and again no real signals for precipitation. Given the current state of the fuels that are actually a little more dry than typical for this time of year, and the possibility for above normal temperatures, we are looking at most of our area going into an above normal risk of significant wildfires. The two exceptions are in northwest Washington and northeast Oregon. As we move into August, however, we believe all of our areas will be above normal risk. And into September, we see that our season is starting to come to an end, and southeastern Oregon moves back into a normal situation, and by October, we've got the whole region back to a normal risk level. The next outlook should be available around the 1st of August.